What's up, everybody? So I am getting ready for perhaps my biggest tournament, which is next month, Michigan State. And it's probably, as far as participation, one of the biggest tournaments in the United States, I believe. I've heard from others that it's held at like a really big arena, and then there's like upwards of 500 plus people that are going to be pulling. So there's going to be a lot of really strong competitors. And I've started to, get ready for it, right? Part of getting ready is kind of defining what my technique is going to be. So for the past 9 to 10 months, I've really trained with so many different people and learned so many different opinions and techniques and just ways to go about arm wrestling. So I'm just going to kind of reset my brain, start over, and see what works for me as far as the basics of arm wrestling and kind of cater to my own strengths. I did seek out help from someone who's been doing this sport for much longer than I have and has been through the motions and the ups and the downs. So I'm kind of getting that perspective into what I need to do for myself so that I don't get injured and I can have, the longevity of the sport and continue on. So bringing it back to the basics, I've noticed that the Europeans are turning out so many really elite arm wrestlers, and watching all of them train, they have a lot of the same thing in common. Minus the route they decide for top row or hook, they just do the basic movements of what is arm wrestling, right? So if you're doing a proper setup, your arm's going to be tight. You're going to be at a tight angle, arm within the shoulder, and then they're starting to do their lifts. And that's kind of like the basics of it. And that's kind of something I haven't been doing. I've just been doing a lot of other things, right? I do those, but not as consistently as I should. So the whole plan is getting changed now. And I joined practice on Sunday at Ed's basement. A lot of really awesome arm wrestlers go there, and we all get to practice, either technically or just if you need a really good workout. So my goal for that session was to just hold center, keep myself tight, have my back activated, be kind of agile on the table, not really plant my elbow down all the way, and then keep my pronator and riser locked the best I could, right? So I really avoided trying to pin. It wasn't really my goal. I just wanted to hold center, because if I do pin, that kind of gives me some structural damage to my body, and I'm trying to kind of save my elbows for this big tournament, because then I would be definitely going for a pin. And then part of just this newfound way of thinking about arm wrestling and training, I started taking warming up way more serious. Even so, like last week, I accidentally pulled my back and I was out for a week. So that's like a whole week of pretty much training that I missed. And it was really quite unfortunate, because I warmed up the top half of my body, but then I kind of neglected doing the bottom half where my waist is. And that's quite important, especially if you have previous injuries there. You just want to keep everything warm and kind of get ready. So as far as arm wrestling warm-ups, I took it way more serious this time, and I actually got there a bit earlier to do like a 20-minute proper warm-up, just really get my shoulders, my lats, and everything else warmed up, so then I can just pull at my best and not really have to think about potentially getting injured. So one of the first people I got to pull was actually Esteban. So he's top 3 or top 4 for the 154s in Illinois. So he's a really strong guy. He's actually currently cutting weight for a lower weight class when he goes up in Michigan. And yeah, my goal again was just to keep him center. He really likes to throw his entire body weight, and working on my technique, I really had to keep my pronator and keep my elbow locked up so that I can kind of get some extra side pressure in there. And that was it, trying to keep them at that. And there was one thing I did start noticing the longer we were just battling out on the table, is I started kind of getting understanding like arm wrestling sensitivity on the table, or table sensitivity, however you want to call it. I could feel when he was going to tense up and where he was going to let off. So it kind of gave me ideas of potentially of when it would be appropriate for me to try to go on the offensive and then take advantage of that slight gap of no pressure. So it's something I started as well noticing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see that good drag there. Keep on coming back.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't burn yourselves out in the early stage of the practice here.
All right, that's
Oh
good.
no, with the round robin and a big tournament coming
You
up.
got a lot of
Back to back.
Yeah.
Let's do some left.
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien, ¿tú? ¿Usted?
Get me over here. That's a little bit.
Ooh, that elbow connected up high.
He's 6.
Going back? Okay. Because the other one was very low, and I felt more like here than here when you like combine both. But there, that was like nice and high.
My daughter.
Side
We just want to show
I
practice.
wanted to talk to you because I watched Plamen's last video of our workout.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk to you about one position. If you can duck down a little here.
Okay, so I mean, yours
You want to stand on this side. One of the things that was worrying me is when you're arm wrestling and you're in a tight scrap, you know,
I'm here.
you tend to go like this.
What is Steimer? Steimer?
Try to
Nothing?
think in your mind
Steimer, no?
to always
It's like-
stay this close like we are. Pull here.
Okay.
And
Right.
find your through there, you know.
Because you have a match with the cage, no?
Yeah. Well, last
That's good?
Oh, yeah, I know. I have one.
Armwrestler.
Should I know?
That's good, yeah.
I've been lifting.
There you go.
And that was after. One hand. Like 100 pounds of holding it.
I should be able
Is that good?
to.
Of course, after
Yeah.
I'm better against smaller people.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's really different, you know?
Probably just the frame. It's more.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay.
Do you even have any?
So if I go high with a little cup? Not recently, no. I did.
We should like get together and do.
Sauce.
Tight.
Yes, sir.
Like a virgin.
I don't know about these guys.
Oh,
I don't know.
Damn.
his left guy fucking strong. It moves just like naturally top rolly.
Yeah.
Strong, he needs a little hand.
I need a little bit more.
Give him a little
Yeah, you're
hand.
good.
When his hand-
147.
give him
I want
a-
to feel how you feel.
Right through the middle.
Strong, good. But
Yeah, I
finger position isn't awesome.
yeah.
Hand
Look,
is
see,
good.
Good to see you. Roll.
Sorry,
Oh no, you're good.
Roll more.
Just we don't.
I told us,
Oh,
I mean, let me move.
Straight to the table.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get a grip.
You have to make sure that.
I'll make the center.
I think you're in a great position. If you have some connection to start up your own business,
You
you
wanna
should
go?
100%.
Yeah.
Well,
Rather than work for somebody else.
right.
You got kids?
Yep.
Where's
your brother?
I've seen pictures.
No, actually,
So you have a move, but at the end of the day, It's not a question of whether you should start your own business. You should always start your own business. It's a can you start your own business to make sure your family is okay?
Yeah, he did find that
That's the real question for you. Because whether or not you get a home equity loan, you can start your business. That's a matter of some percentages.
Feels nice. Very good.
But effective way and still make the money that you're looking to make. So if you can answer all those questions, I can tell you that will concern you. Yes, you should start. Yes or no, you should, one way or the other. But to me,
There you go.
I kind of wish you didn't let it's all up to you. Like, how you
Nice.
Actually, that's good practice for me. Because I need to feel like how I need to engage.
Technology.
You want to some left?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing both, right?
No, just the right.
Just right? Okay.
I mean, is there any iffy on that? Then I would say you got to take care of family as priority. Always. There's no debate about it or anything. It's like, I'll let my family go without it.
Right.
Okay. There you go.
You go.
I'm not pinning today.
You're not pinning
No,
today?
I'm just holding.
Slow pin's nice. That's a good.
Ooh. Nice. Good job.
A little bit, not the whole house. Because my wife owns a house, and we own our house. So the original plan was to get. So her value is a condo in Chicago that she rents out, and get the hell out of it. Buy another rental.
Right now, it's
You got no heart.
My heart's
Dude, what the hell? There you go swimming for this. Try a little, what's that?
Yeah, but now that my job is moving, we'll have to think about what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna drive 45 minutes to it? Or
time is your best friend.
Yeah, I'm already 10 hours at work. So
Circuit, that's man, that's what shit starts.
I'm not gonna spend 10 hours somewhere to be in business.
Okay, so get back in and
some of those guys that like smoke weed and
get
stuff.
back,
I'm like,
your shoulders close to him.
So relaxed.
Yeah. No, I'm like most of the practice, they're either drinking or like smoking weed. I'm like, I'm probably not getting into it.
Well, he is preparing for the round robin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that was good.
That's it.
No, that was
You have
good.
a chance.
Yeah, just keep doing that.
Nice.
Oh, God. No, that was good.